Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brooke. I post vlogs mostly about my life here in Boston, and recently, wow, I've never really, this was insane. So my video that I did recently, my what I spend in a week video, has kind of been blowing up. If you guys haven't watched that, go check it out. And it's gotten a lot of attention, and a lot of people there's a lot of confusion here, I think. I got one particular comment, I'll put on the screen here. It's, so you mean to tell me with 203,000 subscribers, you make that much money enough to like spend the way you spend? And the answer in short is yes, but it's because of the way that I've kind of set myself up. So I finally wanted to be transparent. I mean, I've done transparent videos on my channel before, no doubt, but this is gonna be a new kind of level of transparency and kind of going in depth about how I make my money. I'm not gonna say exact dollar amounts. I can tell you guys like kind of where I'm making the most in terms of my streams of income right now, but I'm gonna be breaking down all of my streams of income in this video, and we're talking about it. All right, so I actually just counted it up, and I have 9 streams of income that I can count. There's probably some that I'm forgetting / things that could technically fall under different categories, but for the most part, this is what's up. It's what's happening. I actually totally got this video idea from my good friend Natalie Barbu, so go check out her video. I'll put it here like in the description below. She's great, her channel's great. If you like my videos, you would definitely enjoy hers. And I was just recently on her podcast, The Real Real, so go check that out too. So yeah, I mean, my answer in short to that question of, oh, like you make this much in a week, like how could you afford that, etc., is that it's not just from like YouTube or just from one thing. Like if I was just posting YouTube videos and spending that much a week, I would probably be able to get by, but I would have no money in savings or investments, or be able to invest in other ways, like whether that be paying my assistants to help me, you know, mail out some merch orders, or having a video editor for some videos. So yeah, it's really, I've also learned really with what I do on social media, it's not really about the follower count as much as how you are optimizing and growing your business. Because honestly, you guys, I've been doing YouTube since I was in high school, and I've been making money off of YouTube since I was in high school. Of course, it wasn't a lot at all. And it's progressively like, what are we calling that? A positive slope. It's been a positive correlation, I would say, of like exponential growth over the years of like how I've kind of improved making money online. My job is social media now. I have YouTube, here we go. I have all of the other forms of social media. Specifically Instagram. You should go follow me at Brooke Miccio. I've been really active on there. And then I have a podcast, which is called Gals on the Go podcast. And I do that with my best friend, Danielle Carolan. And I love our podcast. It's super fun. We post every Monday and Wednesday. So that's basically the bulk of me. If you were wondering about me, like what I do kind of. So yeah, this is my thing. So I think that the best way to go about this is just to break everything down and kind of tell you guys a little bit about each category, and kind of dive into it with the knowledge that I have. I am gonna try to keep this video though like pretty casual in terms of like the language and like terminology I'm using, just because I know a lot of people don't really know internet jargon or like back-end YouTube jargon or social media stuff like that, so we'll just keep it light. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like the business side of YouTube. I mean that was like the most open I've ever been in terms of like my spending video was very open, and there was a lot of negativity that came with that, but there was also a lot of you guys being super positive and supportive and like wanting to learn more. So here we go. So number one, probably like in terms of like the volume of like how much I make from it, is going to be from YouTube sponsorships. Now, when I say YouTube sponsorships, I mean when I'm working with a brand and promoting their product in a YouTube video. I've done videos just recently. I posted one with NutriBullet. I have one coming up with American Eagle. So dope. Like these are huge brands that I've literally dreamed, like I could only dream of working with. So basically it depends on like how specific it is, but I'm sure you guys have watched a sponsored video before where the influencer you're watching discloses like, thanks to so-and-so for partnering up with me on this video. And they talk a little bit about a specific product. It might be working on like one specific campaign or it might be like, you know, for Black Friday or something like that, or it might be for just like the website in general, or a new product that they launched or something like that. So this is definitely my number one stream of income because I have the most followers and the most engaged following on my YouTube channel. So when I work with companies, that's where they're willing to pay the most amount of money. Like, I'll just say like that's like thousands of dollars, like straight up. So like if I'm working with a company and like I'm doing dedicated videos for them, or you see mentions and stuff, like that's the range we're talking, which it's so cool to me that like I have the opportunity to work with brands that I love and have used since I was younger, and they're paying me to talk about their products and like promote them to my audience, which is so cool. But it's also a really big responsibility because it's tough when you get an offer from companies that maybe the product isn't something you'd necessarily use, but the money is really great. It's definitely like a slippery slope too, and you don't want to lose your credibility. And that's something that I've personally been struggling with, just being like completely candid with you guys. I've been so blessed to have an overflow of like brands that are like wanting to work with me, which is incredible, but I don't want to come across as like shady or like not reputable to you guys who I've, you know, worked so long and so hard to like build this loyal following, and I don't want to throw it away by like seeming ingenuine. So yeah, YouTube sponsorships is definitely number one. So yeah, and that could also be, it's so crazy because it could be like a 1-minute mention in a video. It could be a dedicated video where you have to talk about it throughout the whole video. Or it could be like a series of videos, you know, like where the brand sponsors like 3 videos, maybe 1 every 2 months or something like that. So it's kind of interesting for me now that I know how it all works. Like when I watch my friends' videos or other YouTubers, I like try to figure it out. I'm like, is this part of a campaign, or like, is this a mention? It's kind of cool. So, I mean, that's where it gets like lucrative, I will say, with social media. I turn down, I would say, like half of the offers I get, even from reputable companies and stuff, because I want to remain authentic. So that's the tea on that. Next, YouTube views. So this is AdSense. So this is whenever you're watching my video, I'm sure I have some sprinkled in here. Whenever you're watching my video and all of a sudden it goes to an ad break. So YouTubers actually control where those ad breaks are. The individual person who's uploading that video decides where to put the break and how many they want. So if you see someone like going overload, they did it themselves. That's the real tea. But actually, because I've seen some people where it's like every 2 minutes they do an ad break, and I'm like, damn, like rein in that cash, girl. But at the same time, like it's a horrible experience for the viewer to watch that. So this is kind of confusing, and I can link a video down below better explaining it. But basically, YouTube kind of creates you a CPM rate, which is a cost per mil meaning 1,000, and that's how much a brand is willing for their, like, it's basically like they're selling ad space on your videos. So I also don't have a say on what these are. I know some people get like wacky like political ones or something, and I have no say over what these ads are. So that's where it's kind of like my hands are tied. But if I'm putting in the ad break, I kind of take that gamble of like it could be anything. But I think where that gets lucrative also is doing the ad breaks, because let's face it, I'm not getting millions and millions of views on my videos, but if I'm having a viewer watch my 25 or 30-minute video all the way through and they hit multiple ad breaks, then I'm getting like multiple, like I'm getting more from that, I guess, if that makes sense. I will link a better video explaining kind of AdSense below. It still confuses me, and I have really good months with AdSense and I have really bad months with AdSense, and I'll be completely candid with that as well. It's been really great, but it's because my views have been better. All through college, I never really made too much off of AdSense. I kind of was, it was definitely like a stream of income for sure, but it was like way lower on my list. And then it's kind of bumped itself up because my viewership has grown, which I'm, once again, everything I say in this video, like, please consider like how grateful I am for it. I'm just trying to like say it as it is, but I'm also like very humbled that like this is my life, so keep that in mind. I'm also recording this video, you guys. It is not even 5 o'clock at night and it is pitch black outside. Welcome to Boston winter. All right, next up is probably Instagram sponsorships or Instagram brand deals as a revenue stream. And sometimes this is coupled in with YouTube, so it could be like a video and an Instagram post, but sometimes it's just exclusively Instagram. Sometimes it's just exclusively Instagram stories. So this is when a brand wants to partner up with me for me to create content for Instagram, whether that's taking a picture of me holding the product or doing like an Instagram story video talking about the product. Or I recently did one like talking about an event coming up. I was like, hey guys, super excited for this event, you know, swipe up for the details. Those are things that I am getting paid for. Typically, this is like, I'm so confused by this too. Typically you have to disclose with the hashtag ad when you are getting paid by a brand, but sometimes brands don't make me do that and it's kind of confusing to me. But that is a thing usually. So you can go to my Instagram and like scroll around. I'm sure you could find some ads on there. Comment that you came from this video and be like, hey sis, I know you got paid. I personally love when I get I feel so grateful when I get a deal where it's, you know, Instagram and YouTube, because I feel like it's just way more genuine than like me popping on my Instagram story like, hey guys, check this out. But instead it's like you see me using it in a YouTube video, you see it on my Instagram, and then you see like a picture of me with it. So I don't know. Yeah, Instagram sponsorships are huge. Some people just have Instagram and are like crushing the, you know, the Instagram sponsorship game. That's definitely, this is like third on my list now. I mean, I make the most amount of money like out of everything I do from YouTube, so keep that in mind, and then everything else is kind of like, it's all even, I would say. Okay, so now we'll talk about affiliate links. And I think a lot of people are confused on this too. So I have an Amazon shop. It's amazon.com/shop/brookemicciobusiness. Not getting paid to say that. I do not work with Amazon directly. I actually physically went on the Amazon website, and I'm pretty sure that there's a button that anybody can sign up, because I was never reached out, like Amazon did not reach out to me. This was not like a partnership situation. I literally went on the Amazon website and like clicked like apply to be an affiliate, and I've been doing this for years, and then I just finally made like a shop page. So basically you can create links, and then in turn, if you share those links and people make a purchase from them, you get a small kickback. And when I say small kickback, you guys, I mean like we're talking like cents. So please don't take this the wrong way. Especially on Amazon, I noticed it's like not super high, but it does add up completely. It definitely adds up, especially if you are like really promoting to a specific product or something like that. The Amazon affiliate program is really cool, and anybody can join. I'm pretty positive on that. So if you are a smaller influencer, or you know, you're just getting started, that might be a great place to start. And it's cool because there's pretty much every product in the world on Amazon. And honestly, most of the linking that I do, like when I do affiliate links and stuff like that, of course, like it's a benefit that you know, I'm gonna get a little bit of payment from it, but at the same time, it's like beneficial to your audience, because typically they're asking for it. If it's like, hey Brooke, where are your earrings from? Like, oh, I'll link them on my Amazon shop. Like that's just making it more convenient for you guys. So it's like, I feel like it's a double benefit situation. Like it's benefiting you because you're getting the direct link to the items that you want to buy, and it's obviously benefiting the influencer or whoever is giving you the link because they get the kickback. So Amazon is just one separate stream because I just use the Amazon affiliates platform for that. And then secondly, we have Magic Links and Reward Style, which are the two linking tools that I use for affiliate links. I think I can refer you guys to Magic Links if you want to join. I'll try to link that down below. And then Reward Style is one that a lot of bloggers use. I used this really heavily when I moved into my apartment, and a lot of you guys, it just worked out though, because everyone was asking me, not everyone, a lot of people were asking me, you know, where's your couch from? Where's your rug from? And it just made it very easy for me to create all of these master links and send them out. And then of course I did earn a small kickback from them, which was lovely. So those are the two linking tools I use. I'm not even like the best about linking, but whenever people are saying on their Instagram story or something, you know, swipe up to check out this link, to, you know, my shirt. I notice a lot of bloggers do this. They'll be like, you know, swipe up for the link to my dress, to this plant, whatever it is, they are getting a kickback on that. So it's technically not like sponsored, but it is like they are going to get some money from you, I guess. But if you, that's the thing, like I'm here for like support the influencers though, because if they showed you a really cool sweater or something, like give them the small kickback. Of course you could always choose to like go the other way and like not use their links, but like I feel like if the money's gonna go somewhere anyways, you might as well give it to an influencer or someone you follow. And then I guess two more in the YouTube category would be merch. I recently did a really small drop of stickers, but it added up to be, you know, like it adds up definitely to be good money. I cannot complain here. So my shop, I'm just plugging myself in this whole video, but my shop is shop.brookemicciobusiness.com. I'm gonna be loading some more items on there soon. I would also like put in merch like Poshmark, selling clothes just in general, but recently for me it's been merch and selling merch. I do want to expand that into other stuff too. And I'm not like out here selling shirts that say like my name on them, but like stickers are very me. Maybe I'll do like a sweatshirt or something coming up. I don't know. So stay tuned on that. but a lot of YouTubers, a lot of bigger YouTubers make like a living on their merch alone. So it could be really lucrative. Before we get into the world of podcasting is just referrals. So this is a newer thing too. When I refer people to my spray tan place just in Boston, or to get skin care done. I work with some places locally in Boston, and I have different arrangements with all of them. Once again, these are very, very small amounts of money in comparison to like the picture at large. It's not like I'm making a living off of like referring people to get a spray tan. Unfortunately, I'm not. Or if it's not even like I'm getting paid like in cash, it is with free services, which I feel like is a stream of income in a way, because it's like I would be paying for that anyways. So like when you see influencers post like, oh, you know, like free gym membership or something like that, like they're usually posting in exchange for that. So I don't know if you would consider that a stream of income, but like I said, I do get some money from some element of it. So now we'll talk about the podcast. That was all kind of like YouTube, Instagram, just social media in general. I don't really like make money off of my Twitter, even though I think I'm really funny, but I don't make money off Twitter or like Pinterest or anything. But the podcast is really interesting. So Danielle and I have a podcast. It's called Gals on the Go Podcast. You should check it out. We are now signed with Podcast One, which is, well, we've been signed with them since April. They've been fantastic to us. Cannot say any bad words. Like, they've been amazing to work with. Our team on that end is just absolutely incredible, and they just like get us so well. So when Danielle and I were on our own without a network, we were doing some ads for Gals on the Go. It was here and there. It was not every episode, and it was like one ad per, which was still, we were still definitely making money. But I will say, since times have changed and we've been so lucky that so many amazing companies want to sponsor our show, I have been making more money off of the podcast. So we read, I would say, like 3 to 4 ads, which is fairly average, I would say, for podcasts. We read probably 3 to 4 ads in like an hour and 15-minute episode. But basically, you know, it's a certain rate, and then these brands are, sometimes they buy 1 show, sometimes they buy 10 shows, whatever it is, multiply it out. Podcast One takes their cut, and then Danielle and I have to split it, of course, too, but I do get paid off of those ad reads that I do. And that's how podcasters make money, is from the ad reads. Like, if you're just doing a podcast straight up and like posting it every week, as far as I know, there's no way to make money from that. Like, you have to be doing ads to be making money from it, which is like, if you want to do it and not make money, like, that's great. That's what Danielle and I did for the first 3 months. But then we kind of started the ball rolling, and the show got really popular, and we're so lucky that it's grown to this level. And then another, I guess, then the final stream of income here is also to do with the podcast, and it's just our podcast merch, which I think it's pretty dope. shop.podcastone.com/gals. And we have a bunch of cool stuff. We have notebooks, we have stickers, which I absolutely love. We're launching some new stuff in the coming weeks, so you guys should get pumped about that. I love the sweatshirts, and the hat is really cool. We just launched that too. And of course, how the merch works is we get a cut of that too. Just keep in mind with podcasting, it's definitely a little more split, because it's, you know, we're working with Podcast One, so they take a cut, and then Danielle and I are a team, so we take an even cut, of course, too. So it's different than like, if I post a video or something and I do a YouTube sponsorship, my manager and my management team does take a cut, but besides that, it's all me. Like, I'm a 1-person show, so that's different than like getting it split like a bunch of different ways via the podcast. But so thankful for the team and helping us grow and scale, and it's been amazing. So I guess that's how I make money. I tried to make it very personal and applicable to me, and that's how you might see, you know, some of your favorite influencers, if you will, making money. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments. And that's kind of how I afford my life. Like, I'm really lucky at this point. Like, I recognize that like I'm making more than, I know I've said it like a million times in this video, but like, I'm like, as a 22-year-old, I could have never imagined that I would be doing this well for myself. And I think it is because I don't just have one gig. I kind of have a lot of different things going on, and I do want to start doing some other smaller side projects and stuff like that. I mean, the merch was one of them, but I have some other things that I want to get going, so stay tuned. And honestly, my advice to any of you guys is, if you want to, you know, pursue something like a side hustle or whatever, go for it. Just make sure you're not starting for the wrong reasons. Like I said, I genuinely started YouTube, you know, when I was in high school, because I like was bored and weird and liked talking to a camera about makeup, even though I had no idea what I was talking about. And I think nowadays a lot of people watch a video like this and they're like, damn, like YouTube's a really lucrative career and it's easy and like I want to do it. And I mean, to each their own, you could think whatever you want to think about it, but I would not recommend starting with that mentality in mind, because it took me years and years and years to build to this point. I just got to the point that I can afford to not have a job and to live this way, and I've been doing it for like 9 years. So it's a slow growth, but we got there. I'm incredibly thankful that this is my life now. So once again, check out Natalie's video, because I totally stole this idea from her, like completely stole it. And I hope this cleared up some of the air on what I'm doing with my life. I don't know. I like want to send this video to like my family members and stuff that are like, you make money from what? Because I kind of have to like break it down, and I get it, it's hard if you're not like, to me it comes so naturally because I've just been living in it. But when I try to even explain it to like my friends and stuff, they're like, it goes like over their head. They're like, what are you talking about? But I love you guys all so much, and I will talk to you all in my next video super soon. Bye guys.